Hi, I'm Don of the Buddha Bums, and I'm here today to talk to you about why you should listen to the Buddha Bums. Well, the big reason is a lot of the music that you hear on the radio and on the live streams today is heavily processed and very sterilized. And I will tell you what I mean. First of all, when a lot of the music that you hear is recorded in studios, it is run through a lot of computerized processing. Part of what happens is the vocals are run through what is called pitch correction, which means that any notes that singers sing that are not perfectly on pitch are changed so that they are on pitch, so the vocals are falsified. The same is done with instruments. Another thing that is done is something called amplifier simulations, or as guitar players know them, amp sims. In other words, guitar players can walk into a studio with absolutely crappy garbage amplifiers and they can record with those, and the studio engineers have at their disposal electronic digital simulations of expensive amps that can be swapped in the recording process, such as this one that I've got queued up behind me. This amp sim here is called Ampure, and it is made to simulate a very popular amp with guitar players, which is the Marshall JMC 800. A lot of people love that amp. This simulates it. I don't use it. I pulled this up from online just to show. Very similar anymore, drummers are recorded in the studio, and whatever drums they use are replaced with drum samples in which every note that they play is exchanged for samples of very, very expensive high-end drums. So what you're hearing is not really what they played. We Buddha Bums insist on not doing any of that. In our recordings of our songs, all of the instruments are real instruments, like this double neck monstrosity right here. It's heavy, but you're worth it. We're playing through real amplifiers, like this Vox AC15, played through this 4x12 cabinet that was used on the most recent recordings. We don't use simulation pedals that are on recording systems. We're using real effects pedals. Everything real. No voice recording touch-ups. None of that stuff. Everything you hear from us is real. It's raw. It's true. Just like was done back in the days of real rock and roll. So, you have a couple of choices. You can keep listening what you've been listening to, which is highly processed, highly pasteurized, and sanitized for your protection, or you can listen to real rock and roll coming into your ears exactly the way it was recorded from the Buddha Bums. I hope you'll make the choice of listening to our music. Thanks.